Hey Crown Content Publications, followers, viewers, and supporters. Thank you for clicking on my video, showing this channel love. Crown Content Publications, where publishing and marketing services finally meet. If you're new to my channel, I'm Arthur, podcast show host Arthur Sherry, and I've been busy, as you guys that are following me probably see. Imagine trying to finish books myself, what I've been working on. Don't feel bad out there, Arthurs. We all have to find our niche, our proper writing schedule, how our proper writing community. Like I've been networking more with other writers, seeing what works for them, what helped them on their paths and things like this. This is what it's been looking like just as an author. On the other side of the podcast show, y'all, it has been phenomenal. I'm going to leave the link to the podcast show in the comment section, like I've been doing, because see, I don't want y'all to hear about us later and then you're like, I didn't even know she was doing that. No, we have authors that you definitely want to tune in with us, because when it comes to their stories and what got them started as writers, this is what I love interviewing them about. For example, I was talking about Stephen King on one of my most recent YouTube segments, y'all. People didn't even know. When he, I think he got hit by a car, he got in a car wreck. He wasn't even like having dreams the way he dreams vividly at first, and then he started having dreams. Boom, what he do with those dreams, even though those dreams probably felt traumatic, he didn't know why he was having them, he started writing. Now, he's an author / film script writer. He produces his own movies. Isn't that great? So, this should inspire us in the community of writers. I'm talking too fast, so I'm getting tongue-tied a little bit, because if you saw the title of this video segment topic discussion, it is talking about our brand. Who is Crown Content Publications? Who is Crown Publishing Content? And why did we recently merge into a nonprofit organization? Why are we trying, what's our mission really? So let's talk about, because all of my other segments are usually specifically targeted about business tips and business insurance and being safe as an entrepreneur in the new age and stuff like that. So it's like so much had to change with my small business, especially with the pandemic coming about and everybody's lives changing drastically in one way or another, and me just not being able to give up my passion of writing regardless of what was going on in the world, right? Like, if I get tired of writing books, I find myself writing poetry. I get tired of writing poetry, I find myself writing song lyrics. Y'all didn't know, but I can sing too. I rap, but I sing. Ain't that crazy? I have many undiscovered talents and gifts, and I'm not bragging. This is to inspire and motivate you entrepreneurs out there that have probably given up, or you're probably like, do I still want to dream big? Because, this pandemic has sucked a lot out of us. Okay? I tell this story a lot. The Mr. Louis Vuitton, it was a recession period during his day too, when he decided, he felt just like me, but I'm a writer. My stuff is different. But he said, I'm going to push what I started. I'm going to push something even during what we would call a recession period at that time, with a Great Depression, right? His story is also, very inspirational. If I ever in life, y'all, get to, I guess I got to do stuff like that to get these views up. What if I could get somebody from the, the official, because the title of this segment was called Our Brand. Every company has their own brand. Every small business has their own brand, okay? And if I ever can, talk to people who helped along the way, or witness those along the way over the generations when it comes to companies like Louis Vuitton and Gucci, these are the type of entrepreneurs straight up that I would want to interview on my podcast show. Right now, though, we've been interviewing authors and entrepreneurs. Our mission is to keep the power of business networking alive. Do y'all know what it felt like to be a business major and sit back and see people give up hope with their businesses, or businesses shut down, or, people wanting to start businesses and just not knowing where to start, what to do, because we're all in different states, we're all in different parts of the world, right? This had a lot to do with the inspiration that came about when I said, okay, what can I do not to keep businesses alive. I know giving tips and sharing grants on here with y'all, sharing jobs that might be hiring is cool, but what can I do to keep the power of networking alive? That's where that title came from. So yes, back to the point of branding. Keeping the power of networking alive is our mission. Business networking. That's our mission. Okay? Our slogan, our tagline. Anytime you see We're Publishing and Marketing Meet within the next 2-3 years, y'all know it is Crown Publishing Content. Crown Publishing Content is, my author name is my author name, Tetta Sherry, but anytime you go look me up on Amazon from now on, guys, or any of my books will be branded. I did everything on purpose. They're branded with my own logo, with my own small publishing services business name on the top of all of my ebooks, in case you have a hard time finding me on Amazon. All the top that were, published by myself is going to say Crown Publishing Content Presents. We start working with authors and helping them publishing books like we were doing before the pandemic. Their books will say, brought to you by or presents Crown Publishing Content Presents, or it'll say brought to you by Crown Publishing Content. So I've been getting this question a lot, and I thought I would come clear up the stigma real quick about and all the confusion when it comes to who Crown Publishing Content is and why my YouTube channel and podcast show says Crown Content Publication. See, sometimes you have a name, but those that know you, or those that follow you, or those that just know you better than everybody else in society, they have a nickname for you. So yeah, I mean, y'all can laugh at that. That's funny. I do say my brand has a nickname. What's our first name? What's our legal name? Crown Publishing Content. What's our nickname? Crown Content Publications. Because when we're doing these media segments, when we are on our podcast show, iHeartRadio, all that kind of stuff, I go by the business nickname because to me it fits better. Crown Content Publications. Where publishing and marketing meet. So the slogan, the tagline will never change. Nike's, for example, is just do it. That'll never change. Where publishing and marketing services finally meet. Let me also announce, if you would like to support my small business and what I've been doing to help promote our entrepreneurs and authors, and even my work as an author. I don't like asking for donations and contributions. I will save that part though, because I will probably ask for it for when I start telling y'all, because we're talking about the brand, what I've been doing on the nonprofit organization side. But there are other ways you can support, like purchasing a Crown Publishing Content coffee mug or a Crown Publishing Content t-shirt. Okay, now when you go out, you wear your t-shirt, you got my logo on it, and they see where publishing and marketing services finally meet on the front of your t-shirt, and somebody asks you, who is that, and what's so great about them? Not only can you tell them we have a platform that helps people with the actual publication services, graphic design, logos, when it comes to everything you're going to need, formatting services, editing. We handle content. We help people with resume, professional bio summaries, and profiles, web pages. That's one thing you can tell them. Second thing, hey, these guys have a podcast show that interviews authors and entrepreneurs. It's when you wear our shirt, there's no way you're going to spark up a whole conversation that is probably going to lead to conversations about other things just for wearing a shirt. I'm warning you. But let's say you're interested in supporting the brand as we grow as podcasters and working with more authors, and myself being an author. You can definitely check out order information on those t-shirts, guys, at my website, www.contentcrownpublications.com, because if you're an entrepreneur, a hard worker like me, you probably drink coffee. I know there has been a food shortage and a scarcity on things, but when I tell you I'm glad that I can still find sugar creamer and coffee, I think I'm going to be all right out here. Because I have many late nights where I'm writing. Then being a college student too, I just have late nights. So, and I'll tell more about that, or it's now a good time. I was going to say I'll tell y'all on another segment what it is like, because once again, it only sounds like bragging to people that are not trying to do nothing with their life. This is all about inspiration and motivating entrepreneurs and authors on this channel. So yes, if I ever sound like bragging, it's time for you to unsubscribe, okay? Because bragging to winners does not sound like bragging. They know what it takes to build your own brand. They know what it takes to continue to share that brand every chance you get. Continue to give out a business card everywhere you go. Okay, we're talking about my brand, right, guys? And how we have not just publication services consultations available, not just a link where you can reserve slots for podcasts now. We also have, what was I finna tell y'all? It has something to do with the brand too. It was good. I hate when I go blank like that. The business consultations. Because this might look like, if you're a small business owner, helping you to get a grant proposal letter together. I'm talking about helping you write your business plan, because I never got to tell y'all really in details like, well, how are you a publisher but you offer business consultations? Well, I mean, legally, I am a business administration and accounting student. We were headed this direction anyway. I just thought I would go ahead and merge that with the small business I already started. And I said, well, how can I help businesses with my brand, right? Well, that's what business consultations look like. Everybody's first one is absolutely free. Yes, I'm going to leave the links to everything and the information in the comments section, because this is a lot to keep up with. But let's say you're like, man, I could use a grant researcher on my team. I'm going to hire Crown Publishing Content, and this young lady, Arthur Tedasheri, is going to have a list of grants specifically targeted for my business and to help businesses just like mine, because every business is different. Every nonprofit is different. This could look like, now with the grant consultations, I'm just being honest, they are 45 minutes and they are $50 a consultation. Every other one of my consultations I'm about to talk about, everybody's first one is free. Because, to me, you need a free consultation to see if I even offer the services that will work for what you're trying to do with your book. One author may not need my editing services. They've already got that done, so boom, they just called me saying, hey, I need you to help me. However you can help me, because I ain't going to give out too much information on her. That's what the consultations are for. But they might say, I need you to help me. I'm trying to get into XYZ in 8 bookstores in the next 30 days. This might look like me emailing a whole how to do this plan to that client, okay? But just know everybody's publication services needs are different, but you cannot know whether I can help you or not until you book a consultation for those services. So the link I'm going to be sharing in the comments section, once y'all click on it, crowncontentpublications.setmore.com. Once you click on it, it's already going to name the services. You will just click on the service you think you might be interested in. Let's say it's grant referrals, like I just said, because you're looking for some money to put into your business. And we do our separate segments, guys, like in case you don't want to hire Crown Publishing Content to help you with, getting your 6-page business letter together, or writing out a good essay, because every grant funder does kind of require you to do something different when you apply. Some of them might say, hey, I need a 5,000 word essay about what you would do with this money if we give it to you. Some may be basic applications. Some do want that business plan. Sorry about that, y'all. I've been knocking my microphone over a lot today. Maybe that means I have a new one coming soon. Right, and I hope that motivates y'all out there. I have had to, even myself, I'm not ashamed to say it, because there's so many other people to pay when you're doing like contracts with freelancers and working with people trying to do promotion and marketing and stuff, that maybe I had to start with the basic equipment when it comes to intensifying my voice on the channel, the microphone, the headphones y'all will see me have on sometimes. Some of these I'm warning y'all might see me with because I didn't know they had the ones you can like clip on here. I found one of those finally. You can clip it right on your shirt, and then that way this ain't gotta fall all the time. It'll be right here. Y'all can still hear me, because see, we're about to have the live chats right here on the YouTube channel. Okay, we'll have our own panel, the Crown Publishing Content panel. Aren't y'all excited? I am. Yay! We'll have our own panel. And I love the content that we're going to be covering on this channel and that I have been doing so far, because I just feel like a lot of the topic discussions, it's a great thing to start your own brand, because now you're doing things how you would like to do them, okay? But I just feel like a lot of what we will be talking about will not only, build our brand and show people that, we love to work with content. We can get creative with content. We don't just interview any type of entrepreneur on our shows. We don't just put anybody on our panel. What they'll see with our brand is like, hopefully it gets to a point, hey man, we love where publishing and marketing meet, or that was a smart thing for you to do, to mix your publication services with marketing services, okay? Because not only are you helping people publish books now, articles and blogs and websites, you're actually willing to market their work, Miss Whitney, on your platform. So that's the thing about our brand, and something I'm encouraging people to do. Stop looking for platforms to not just to win you over, because you like what you like when it comes to content, right? There might be a movie you like that I don't prefer, right? I won't even put 10 minutes into it. But what I'm saying is, get as creative as you need to with your brand. And then if you can't find people to connect with, which that's about to stop, because y'all are going to hear about lots of other entrepreneurs on our podcast show anyway. I'm going to leave the link in the comments and description section. But sometimes you just have to start your own brand, not just your own brand, but your own platforms. As slow as it takes you to grow them, everybody got to start somewhere. What is an example of a platform? Your website. People still visit websites, guys, and like I was trying to tell y'all on another segment, depending on the web services you use, you can actually be paid every time somebody clicks on it. But I just get excited about it because I used to be like a lot of people too, looking for other platforms to, kind of like bring me in, waiting on them to see if I fit their qualifications and all this. Like, no, which how they do it is how they do it. But I said, am I willing to stay down until, if I were to start my own platforms, like my own author website or my own business website, my own blogs, am I willing to stay patient enough to sit here and watch? Because that's all it is. I feel like a lot of people are scared to invest in themselves, or, really support their own self, build their own platforms and stuff, because of the patient part. What do I mean by the patient part? You literally have to give that time to grow, just like anything else. Y'all know grow and growth are two of my favorite words because I talk about it a lot. But even when we talk about something like the Crown Content Publications brand, we do not fear growth. We like to talk to entrepreneurs on our podcast show who have stories about it too. And some of them, they are very, very successful now. But they had to start also. And I think we can all agree, your brand is like the face, the name of your, whatever it is you're starting. If it's that clothing line, if it's those toothbrushes, if it's that lotion and perfume you're selling. I promise you, you get that brand right. We talk about copywriting business names and stuff like that too, y'all. Your logos, because it is possible. In the world of content, you definitely need to get familiar with copywriting your work, because it is what it is. I'm not scared to talk about it. The pandemic made people very, very. We got more scammers, hackers, and just, sillier people in the world than ever, which I understand too. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of things have changed and are changing very fast. So why go the long route when they can just steal your idea, right? It makes sense. But the young entrepreneurs today, or if you're older, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say entry level. I absolutely know this is going on before they start putting their hard work in there. That's why our business consultations do look like you understanding what needs to be copyrighted, where you need business insurance, where you need renter's insurance on certain things. You know what I mean? Because losses are going to happen. We can do as much as we can to prevent them. Put that heightened security around our businesses, our media, our content, to make sure that when it does happen, you're not taking it, it'll be a loss because somebody's plagiarizing, but you're not taking as big of a loss, and there will be penalties that come with people doing it with your hard intellectual work in the future once you learn to protect your brand. You know how y'all protect your children, you protect everything else. Don't start a business and not be willing to protect it. Not in 2022. Even if, because Crown Publishing Content is not even that old. Now, I could have been a writer all my life, but when I say starting a brand, getting an EIN number for my authorship, journey in life, nobody told me to go do that. I felt like it was smart. Why would I just want to, write ebooks and not have myself protected? And, because some authors, they market themselves with just their author name. There's nothing wrong with that either. Their whole logo is their author name. I always think it's cute. See, creative is creative. Creation is creation, and you need to protect every creation, whether it's a video, a selfie, your website, making sure you got that SSL certificate and stuff like that going is going to be an important, because entrepreneurs, if we don't go get into like entrepreneurship classes, trainings, coaching, mentors, nobody's going to tell us anything. So, I mean, it might not look like it now, but this is big for us to be willing to come on this channel and talk this type, protection and things like that too, for your brand, for your business, for your logo, for your content, right? And everything that comes with you as a business owner. So I just thought I would come on here and do this short segment about who we are and our brand and what our mission is. The only thing I didn't talk about yet, guys, was the Crown Publishing Content Foundation. I'll make sure to share that, because that's going to be separate. So now I got my brand all together as far as being an author. So I'm just saying, these next publications going further into 2022 and into 2023, I should like that. Like, everything is set up. It's like a ladder. And then, boom, I'll be publishing under my own self. Even if this is what it takes for people to see, like, oh, okay, it's cool to go ahead and put my book under her, not just under her brand, but on her bookstore, on her website, get on her podcast show, market my book, boom, like that. The Crown Publishing Content Foundation is, if you guys haven't, because I didn't just really talk about our brand and why we're moving like we're moving and whatever, but you will see me do these homeschool curriculum and homeschool coaching and homeschool informational segments. Sometimes we'll even have other parents on the panel where we're talking homeschool business, because my Crown Publishing Content Foundation was inspired by the fact that homeschool percentages and people that are choosing to go the homeschool route is increasing. So I thought that I would do something to help contribute to low-income households who may be interested in homeschooling, right? So that's just for K through 12 students, but I'm saying that part of it, So we see that part of homeschool, but we also see a lot of people trying to build their skills and get new trades. This would mean licensing, certifications, trainings, from home. But how can you do that if your light bill is overdue, your Wi-Fi bill is backed up, right? Your cell phone bill, you can't even keep it paid, so now you can't even do the training from your phone, even if you didn't have a device. We want to try to meet, bridge those gaps when it comes to the barriers that people might be facing studying from home. And who knows, somebody might get off into something from home. They start working with our foundation or our nonprofit helps them some kind of way, and then boom, now they have a new job as a content creator on the Crown Publishing Content team. Now they have a new job as a content writer on the Crown Publishing Content team. Now they are my web developer, and they manage the website for us, stuff like that. So I don't want to just help people get educated and get these trainings from home for nothing. Either they should be able to be employed with us somehow on the foundation side with the nonprofit, or with the business somehow, or we're equipping them with resources, jobs that are hiring, which I share on the channel anyway, especially when it comes to remote positions, guys. Online schools, affordable online schools, or schools where you can get trainings and certifications in as little as 6 months and stuff like that. I'm that lady. Forgive me if it sounds nerdy, but you're like, okay, doing a books, podcast, and channel wasn't enough. No, it wasn't. And I'm in college. But sometimes it's what a person went through to get to where they are. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people get backlash or hate or lack of support because people think you're just some type of privileged. It doesn't matter, but let's talk about it real quick because we're talking about standing behind your brand no matter what in the new age, okay? Because, yeah, the brand is like the name. It's like the face of your whole business, right? But sometimes people did not see the sacrifices. And they're not going to. And as an entrepreneur, you don't owe them showing them that. I'm just an inspirational person who likes to get on my segments and get my entrepreneurs on the podcast show to bring it out and tell their stories. But I haven't met an entrepreneur yet, y'all, who didn't have to make some sacrifices. Choices, one thing. Sacrifices, another thing. Because a sacrifice is kind of like a gamble every time. Yeah, so, you might not pass that bar exam the first time. You might not pass that big test you needed to get your license as a doctor the first time. You might not take that, what is it called, cosmetology. You might take that cosmetology test 5 times before you get it right. If it inspires somebody, I went through this with my driver's test recently. So, I mean, people just don't be knowing that stuff on the side. They're seeing what you're doing. They're willing to shortcut you and, just copy what you do. But they're not, okay, boom, but we're talking about branding. I try to always learn something through it's going to get to the point where people actually wish, okay, we don't want her to have any more mishaps because all she do is when she goes through unfortunate situations, she don't do nothing but come back with 10 gems of knowledge about something. That's literally the type of person I am. So, I mean, I'm going to learn the hard way or I'm going to learn through experience, either way it go. But I'm going to always try to take what I learn and share it with people younger than me, especially my children, but they see it firsthand. Like, man, this woman is... I used to go from... because I used to have it bad, y'all. Before I was an entrepreneur, if a plan or something didn't go right, like exactly how I planned it, guess what I used to do? Whether you believe it or not, because of how ambitious I am now. Guess what I used to do? Give up. And when I looked at my life and saw how much further I could be through those periods, I hadn't gave up. Like, I waste whole 6 months of a year sometimes, 7 months of a year. I laugh now because I can't see myself being like that no more. Even if the progress is slow, you always try again, especially if it's something you really want. Find another way, something like that. But or find the right network of people. Like my mind was not, the calculations weren't coming together for me like that yet to understand that, right? But that's growth, okay? And it's like there's no way I'm finna have gone through all. I used to look at my downfalls or my shortbacks or shortcomings like an embarrassing thing until I found out that there's gonna be other 20-year-olds after me. There's gonna be other teenagers after me, other young people that may not have to go through what some of us went through when it comes to the hoops, the holes. I know I don't have to explain it to y'all, but for whoever this inspires, I hope it inspires you. Okay? Start that brand and then build that brand. Then support your brand. How you gonna expect other people to support your brand? And you're not, they should see you day and night pushing that brand. Because if y'all think Louis Vuitton just happened overnight, it didn't. Okay, then, and it was more of the quality of his products that were selling. The leathers, the wood or the metals he used. It was that before it was even the name. But I'm saying he knew to push his name with every product he sold long before he became the very notorious Louis Vuitton brand, okay? But it had to start with a brand. That's my point. So if you're not supporting it day and night, in and out, how are you going to convince your customers or clients in the future and supporters to do the same? And then you're going to have to, like I talked about, it's 2022, so definitely protect your brand. Even if you just Google it tonight, because this is not that type of segment, but that's why y'all got to go back through the other videos. We are at 125 videos on here, y'all. So please check them out. One of them may say branding your content, right? Because I've already talked about this, but I'm just telling y'all, let's say you just now subscribing, you just jumping in. So branding your content could look like you just jumping on Google, protecting your brand and saying, okay, hey Google, hey Alexa, what are some ways I can protect my brand? I can protect my business name. I can protect my EIN number. How can I protect my credit, my social security number? This stuff is possible. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and promise you guys we'll do a segment on that tomorrow. Some things and resources I have for you guys when it comes to protecting your identity. Just more. It ain't like I ain't already did identity protection segments, but that's the type of pretty much foolery going on out here. People want to literally, steal your identity before going through what you had to go through in that identity to build what you had. This is just what's going on. They stealing bank accounts, hacking them. This is going on out here. Do not go open a business bank account and be hurt. Now you got your business bank account going. Now you're building deposits. Now you're trying to build your business credit. Now you're building your brand, and you don't understand how a hacker, a scammer, so easily hacked into and breached all your information. Well, it ain't even just my channel. Many of us are out here trying to tell y'all there are ways that even when that happens, first of all, you can make it hard. When I say hard, you don't have to even because you're not going to always know who a scammer is and all that in the first place. You ain't just, they wear sheep clothing these days. So it's like, when I say make it hard, they should practically be learning a lesson through how they do you with your business if you get done like that, how they do you with your bank account if you get done like that. This is what technology and the law and business insurance offers us. You make examples out of people when they go that far, and that's what I say, make it hard. So let's say somebody gets sued or somebody doing fed time because the case ended up turning out that, and investigators found out exactly who was doing what with your business, But it does sadden me. I'm like, do people not know the time that comes with doing that type of stuff? Trying to set up somebody's name, social security, because everybody's not finna go down easy. When they find out it's going on, they're not finna go down easy. I'm telling y'all right now, protect your brand. I started off talking about our brand or the Crown Publishing content brand, but see, I do these inspirational and informational segments for entry-level entrepreneurs for a reason. Okay, some of us have already been victims to identity theft. We've been through this stuff, or we've been through the verge end of it where you caught it in time, and you did what you need to do to make sure the people that's trying it know that what comes with it and stuff like that. Also, let me make this a time that I go ahead and share my most recent ebook publication, The Power of No, the guide to the entry-level entrepreneur. You guys can find it on Amazon Kindle this year. It's just an ebook. It's not a hard copy or nothing. You download it to your device or phone. If you do purchase it or you do order it and you read my book, I need you to screenshot it. Forward it to me at crowncontentpublications@aol.com. We got free bookmarks for you guys. Can you use a bookmark for an ebook? No, but you might have another book or journal you can use it in. It's just a complimentary thing from us, but you have to email me so that I know, email me some proof that you ordered it. Because like on my side with the sales and royalties, it only shows us how many sales it has. I'll never be able to know who bought the book. So boom, The Power of No, Arthur Tedescherry. It'll say Crown Publishing presents at the top of the ebook cover. Entry-level guide for the entrepreneur. I talk more about this type of stuff, not the brand exactly, but how the power of no can help you in business. Because the times we live in, you cannot be a yes man to just everything. It's okay to be a yes man. I'm one naturally, but that's not going to take me far in life, is it? Every business contract is not going to be for you. And then a lot of artists will tell y'all they already done got screwed over by managers, producers, and even in the book publishing world, publishing companies doing this to people. Because they saw how hungry somebody was. They saw how desperate somebody was to just get that $10,000 advance and stuff like this. Learn the power of knowing business. So you can find that book on Amazon. I will do I'll do that too. I will share that link since I'm talking about branding and protecting your brand. I thought it was a good time to market that book. So that's what my studying business has inspired me, because I was already an author. Like, okay, what the world don't know, what my followers and supporters don't know yet, we will have more business publications, like business books or tips on entrepreneurship and stuff like that on Amazon. Hopefully by Christmas for sure. Because you know, it's a mental strength. It's a mental strength. It's a mentality strength. Y'all ain't seen The Pursuit of Happiness? There's a lot that comes with chasing what you want until you get it. And the reason Chris Gardner went through what he went through is because he chose to take the right way to get what he wanted, you know. And he ended up with his own accounting firm. But that's what's gonna happen too. I ain't gonna have shortcut it with y'all. When you are doing things the right way, you're not scamming people. You're not, and this be crazy. It be the ones doing it the right way. The scammers want to come. I mean, so it is what it is. But doing that saves you a lot of heartache and trouble, you know, anyway. You don't want to be like them. Them people get caught up with eventually, you know. You don't want to be like them. Do your business the legal and hard working, blood, sweat, and tears way. Build your brand that way. Push your brand that way. And if you ever get tired and feel bad about it one day, hopefully you think about Arthur Tedasheri and the Crown Publishing Content family, where we also had to do the same thing. So be inspired. Thank you guys for clicking on my video to see what it was I had to say today about our brand. That was the topic of this video discussion. We have more videos coming soon. Y'all know it's a brand new week. We are now going into June. Isn't that crazy? Oh, we was talking about the foundation, the nonprofit. So we do have a summer reading challenge program out there for you guys as K through 12 students. And all the students need to participate or whatever, but I'm going to have a registration link in the comments. Lots of comments this time on this segment, but because registration is now open. And then I'll be sending you guys reading logs. It has a place where you can put your email. I'll be sending you guys reading logs that you have the kids fill out and submit to me weekly. A lot of y'all might not be able to do it weekly. I'm going to change that up a little bit. I'll tell parents upon registration in the email. If y'all just go ahead, I just thought it would be easier for y'all to do them weekly. You just take a picture of it and email it to me, you know. Because trying to keep one reading log the whole summer, the kids might lose them. Y'all know how that goes. But to snap those pictures, submit them, because what's going to happen, these students are going to be entered into my drawing August 10, 2022, right here, Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on the YouTube channel. We will be doing a drawing. Somebody's going to win a $100 Visa gift card right in time for school. With the writing contest, with the topic theme being If I Could Change the World, this is only open to 5th through 12th grade students. But, you know, if you want to, this one doesn't require any registration. If you do want your child to participate, I'm going to have 3 winners. First place, $100 Visa card. Second place, $50 Visa card. Third place, a free Crown Publishing Content t-shirt and certificate showing that they participated. All of my participators in the writing contest will get participation certificates. I just feel like anything Crown Publishing Content do, there will always be a participation gift too, because even with our poetry adults for children, we'll get on that in a minute. I mean, for adults, I'm going to get on that in a minute, because we're talking about our brand and who we are and why we do what we do. But with the writing, I think y'all get that part. With the reading challenge, we're trying to keep kids reading, keep reading fun, give them reasons to read, because reading is important. The writing contest, we want to strengthen the skills of writers at an early age. So this contest is open for 5th to 12th grade students. The essay does have to be at least 2,000 words. And when they finish them, parents, y'all just submit it to my email, crowncontentpublications@aol.com. This is a lot of information, but don't worry, I'll have it in the comment section. The only thing that the kids have to register for if they do any activities with Crown Publishing Content this summer is the Summer Reading Challenge. I was talking about, so we'll have 3 winners, 2,000 words, like I said, y'all, 5th through 12th grade only for this competition. I have been sharing the flyer. Follow me on TikTok at Crown Content 24, IG 2021, or you can find the information about both the Summer Reading Challenge and the Writing Contest when it comes to the age levels they have to be to compete and all that good stuff on our website, www.contentcrownpublications.com. As far as the poetry contest for adults, we will be bringing those back here soon, guys. They will be virtual events where you guys can watch all the poets in our contest perform right here on YouTube, probably on Facebook Live as well. The last time we did it, we were going to use Zoom. I don't know what we're going to use yet, but we will be on here, probably StreamYard. I don't know, but we'll be on here. We'll have our judges on the panel as well. Everybody will get a amount of time reserved to perform their poems. Judges will deliberate. We will have winners the same day on our channel. With my poetry contest for adults, I always have a theme that we go off of. So I think those type are fun. And then I allow you guys to do freestyle poetry. So this is going to be fun. And when we do them for adults, we will have prizes, of course, because y'all love money. There will probably be Visa gift cards as well for this first one. I wanted to do one for Juneteenth, y'all, because if I'm talking about my brand, I can't talk about my brand. I talk about the things that we're doing behind the brand. And I'm still, it might not, yeah, it is. Like, for a poetry contest, I like to try to market and promote something like that at least 60 days in advance, and Juneteenth is right around the corner. But if I out of nowhere invite you guys, because I've been thinking about it, it doesn't necessarily have to be Juneteenth, even if we could just get it going for the month of June. But since I'll probably miss that one, we may do a 4th of July poetry contest. I'm just know I'm brainstorming this on this side. Now, let's say you're out there and you're like, man, I like what she's doing with the Crown Content Publishing Foundation with her nonprofit. I can see myself being an angel investor. Remember I said I was going to say the contributions and donations at the end. I can see myself being an angel investor or maybe a board member with her. I'd like to talk to her more about that, guys. I always leave my email and business phone number in the description anyway. Feel free to contact me. My business number is also on the website as well. Let's start merging these nonprofits together, because our mission, like I said, is to keep the power of business networking alive. I feel like the earlier we can teach our kids to read and write at their best, prepare them and equip them with the skills and the education that it takes, we'll have less young people. We'll have less young people getting in trouble and just ending up lost before they're even 18, right? We'll probably always have those who don't always find their way as early as possible, but the goal is for them to find the independence about themselves as early as possible, and then with the nonprofit on the parent side, helping these parents with the tools and resources, to keep these children active, to keep reading and writing fun. Maybe their kids even growing up, just knowing Crown Publishing Content, because they can look back and say, man, I did so many writing contests with her. They'll be showing their employers one day, look at all the proof, all the awards I won. Well, who did you compete with? Where did you win? This publishing services company, Crown Publishing Content, they was the only one I would compete with. She had 3 events for children a year or whatever, right? That's how that's going to hopefully look, in our future. So we do thank you guys for your support, because like sometimes I just feel like my growth is getting out of control. Like, yeah, seriously, because I really want to start another nonprofit. I ain't even got this one fully launched, and I'm like, okay, telling myself, not one thing at a time, but keep it balanced. That's advice for y'all too. Don't start so many brands you can't keep up with them, or make sure you got a team to keep up with those brands for you. That way you're not just starting stuff and then you're making yourself look crazy because you don't stick to it long. That was another bad habit of mine. I was always an entrepreneur and didn't know it, y'all. And it was like I found out in some of the funniest ways. Another video discussion topic for another day, because it's like it took some things for me to see I was an entrepreneur at heart, and some people are, and then sometimes everybody's not going to accept or respect it, right? Like I've already tried a million other avenues when it came to getting my money or doing something in life that makes me happy, but I can still make an income, right? I found out entrepreneurship and building my own brands in life is what works for me. What's your story? Leave it in the comments. Thank you guys for clicking on my video. Your support is everything. It's everything. I'm going to leave the information I said I'm going to leave in the comment section for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can follow the Crown Publishing content growth. Thank you for tuning in, learning more about our brand, and until next time.